Islam family, peace, blessings, man, to everybody, man. I self-love. Listen, Islam, Islam, spell Islam, 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 right? I, self, law, and master. You are responsible for you. So if you don't think in your mind that you are your master, it's the biggest secret in the world. I can see America right now, but I'm going to say the world. Peace and blessing to whoever came in, man, to the chat. Y'all already know, man, that I'm going to keep it real. Peace and blessings, man, for coming through. Pause. Let's listen to some jazz for a while. Let's chill, y'all. Relax. We're going to talk about some things. It's part 2. Because what happened was my computer went through a shebang, bang, spang, bang. My computer went through something. And I was, this is called life. These are called trials and tribulations. This is called just life, man. How do you think you gain your wisdom? We gain our wisdom by going through things in life. That's how we gain our wisdom. We gain our wisdom by living life. Things happen. I moved the wrong way and my computer got messed up. So I wasn't able to screen share like I really wanted to. I didn't like it. Let me say peace to everybody that came in, man. Tori N. Sutton said hi. Hi, family. Peace, blessings for coming in. All I ask is be peaceful. We have a social media etiquette that we live by, and me, I feel like personally, I feel like why even come to a channel and have something ridiculous to say when if it's not what you don't like, then first of all, I wouldn't even waste my time being on the channel. If I don't like it and I got simple comments to make, I wouldn't even be there. So I just think that individual needs to be seen. But that's just what I think. But hold up. So Tony Sutton, he said, "Can you shut me out? I have to do Ramadan, and bro, it's painful." Oh, he said, "Can I shout you out?" Yeah, bro, I can, bro. Hold up. Tori and Sutton shouting the brother out. He bought the on his 5th prayer. Yeah, you on this is the last one. Nah, hold up. The weather just changed. You still got one more to do. Yeah. You still got one more to do. Yeah, I know all bro. See, someone like me, I'm a little different from whatever. You understand? I was raised in different ways of living as a kid growing up. My dad, we went from the nation to more science to 5% nation to Sunni right? I learned Arabic. You know, I know my 5 prayers in Arabic. You know, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, bismillahir rahmanir rahim. You know, mashallah, alhamdulillah. Yeah, you know, yeah. So yeah, man. Then on my own journeys, I went and I said, well, let me dig into the Israelites, right? I said, let me see what's going on with that. And then that thing tricked me out because one of the main things that got me about the Israelites, you got to understand, 5 decades of really living a life, studying it, being in being in an urban area where a lot of this stuff is going on. You guys really don't have an idea. You guys really don't have an idea what's going down, how it's going. Yo, it's all systematic. It's all been planned. Okay? Yeah, I'm gonna shout that brother out. He said, Salam, he said, Assalamu alaikum. I'm from Morocco too. Patricia Kuda. I want to say, wa alaikum salam, rahmatullah. My understanding of Islam, of, you know, after being involved in so many different sects, right? I believe that sect, and S-E-C-T, and a sect. I believe that sects were created to cause division within us that understand that Islam is really I, self, law, and master. Okay? You got to take care of you. If you don't understand that, then, you know, you got to do some more studying. Okay? So, want to be respectful to people. Okay? Devious, vandals, you know, Chamillionaire, no. I don't know Chamillionaire. No, I don't know damn Chamillionaire. No, I don't mess with, you know. Listen, man, you dealing with somebody that don't play games, I'm solid. And I came to give information, and that's that. It's a lot going on right now, and right now it's not playtime, game time, whatever people thinking, this is not the time for that. And shout out to Dun Squad 5 for saying, hey, I want to say hi to you, brother. Appreciate you. Peace. Oh, shorty. What the heck? Oh, shorty. What the heck? What the heck? Say what you want to say. Then it says, peace, oh, shorty. Bro only has 4 people. Ha. Okay. Why you here? Peace. It's not for that, bro. Okay. Shut up, man. You ain't even reading the title. You can tell you a dummy. One of my moms gonna throw you out, bro. I'm trying to tell you. All right, so look. Part 2, y'all. Part 2. Okay? I really don't pay attention to my chat a lot because the information is very, very, very important. So let me, you know, because everything, you know, I write things down because it's so important. The primary sources that I'm offering us, it's so important that I document it, right? A lot of times it's PDFs, but actually I like writing them. And this is substantial information about us in law. And we have no idea. Part 2, okay? How a people were renamed from free blacks to Indian to Negro, to black, to freed black, to African American in American law, the Chesapeake Bay or the Bay of Chesapeake. You know, I'm going to say the Bay of Chesapeake, right? Or the Chesapeake. Do your knowledge on the Chesapeake. The CHESAPIOOC. It's funny to me because, you know, the way we talk now, we always say, a lot of us will say, what's up, what's going on, You know, and that's just, man, who we are, man. You know, that's just who we are, man. You'll be surprised that when you start doing the knowledge on who you really are, you'll understand the way you move. You'll start to see the difference. The comparisons to what you're seeing when you start to do your genealogy. I'm not talking about Ancestry.com or 23andMe, these companies that admit it on camera that half the time they don't know what the hell they're saying. They make up stuff. And people want to swear by Ancestry.com. Oh, I went to Ancestry.com and they said blah, 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 blah. It's all a scam, okay? 9 times out of 10, you from where you're standing, okay? All right, now. And, you know, another thing that gets me too is, I don't know why we're trying to figure this out, okay? Reclassified. That's how they got it. Reclassified everything, right? I'm reading, I just read names to you, okay? Indian, Negro, to black, to African American, to indigenous, to autochthonous, okay? So why are we having this argument about who is this and who is that? We know who is and who isn't. We know. We know. This is old information. Well, not all of it. It's not all of it. The stuff about the Chesapeake is right off the Barbary Coast or the Atlantic Coast, right? I a lot of things I didn't know, right? But let's say, for example, our dress code here in America. Everywhere that we go to buy our clothes, everything that we wear, and this is very humble, but it's just truthful, you know. 5 principles: love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. I'm just telling the truth. Can I tell the truth? All right. Everybody try to talk like us. We got drill rap in China now, drill rap in everywhere, right? Our style, the way that we talk, our tongue, our tone, our our magic, our tone. But the first thing you got to do is you got to know who you are. If you don't know who you are, then you won't know your tone. You won't know your magic. And I don't mean magic like that. I mean just being who you are. Because most people are what we call a cest-tui trust. Do the knowledge on what a cest-tui trust is. Thumb up the video, y'all. Share it. Subscribe to the channel. I'm giving out pertinent information. This type of information they don't want no one to know. Okay? And we know that we get I get shadow banned. Regardless. Okay. So shut that sound. Yeah, shut that. Alright, so we know that the Chesapeake, come on, man. I mean, I'm not even in Chesapeake. Let's just say North. Let's just say America, period. Okay. But we got a motherland, right? So what's the fatherland? Where's the fatherland? And I never discredit a cable land. I never discredit Africa. But people need to know. Stop trying to run to Africa every 5 damn minutes, man. You always trying to run somewhere. Do you know that America is the true old world? Do you know that America has the biggest and the oldest pyramids in the world? Do you know that America has the oldest mummies? Do you know that in America, really in North America, off the eastern woodlands, our water system is so intricate? When these archaeologists went to look at it, they didn't understand it. Due to knowledge, okay? They didn't understand it. Right? Aqueducts. What is an aqueduct? See, there are things that we're not getting in tune with. And once you finally get in tune with, when you start to connect yourself with the land, the water, when you start connecting, right, then this is how I read it. When you start to connect yourself with the land and the water, then it receives you and connects back with you. This is another thing that they do not want us to know, man. Right? We go through it. You guys don't understand what we go through to bring you guys this information. Right? So, yeah, America. Pause. And before you think about taking a trip somewhere else, you need to start doing your homework on America and all of the Moorish everything that's all over the place. The Moorish structures. Okay? Yeah. So they all over the place. They all over the place, man. See, think about this. She rose to stardom in silent film and was successfully made the transition to Would they really tell you the story? Her appearance as a plucky shop girl in the film It earned her global fame and a nickname. It'll be stupid. Whatever your mind can imagine, it is. Especially during a time like now. As its leading sex symbol. Notice, another reason why I decided to choose this topic today also is because I'm sick of the war stuff in the media. And I know that we also have something called AI also. Not discrediting, mashallah, I hope all is well, the ones that got hurt, man, it's a bad situation. Yes, but we also got to be mindful of the AI. So everything you see don't mean it's actually happening. Okay? I seen this one video where they was riding in like a truck with a bunch of containers on it, and it had missiles riding, somebody was videotaping while the missiles were riding, were going past the containers. Shoot, shoot, shoot. About 50 missiles, about 100 missiles, all missing. Come on, man. Come on, man. It ain't your man, so leave. Yeah, do that. Well, I'm just like, why you here? Bye. We talking about important stuff, man. You ain't even, if you're not talking about, if you don't want to hear nothing important, peace. Have a beautiful day, brother. I'm talking about something important. You might not understand. You might want to hear goofiness, right? I talk about things that are important. So, and we've been getting threatened. Then this thing with Mexico. This is not a joke, man. This stuff ain't no joke. Then we dealing with Israel. When, let me ask you a question, genius. Will what, you clown? Do me a favor. Tell me when Israel was established. Tell me right now. Is it modern or is it ancient? Israel. Is it modern or is it ancient? Mr. Will what? I usually don't even say that to people, man, but cause I'm a sheep, man, so I gotta, be a little, sometimes, well, most of the time, I gotta remain on my higher self, and I can't let a carnal, right? That's what we call it. It's a carnal man. If you do the knowledge on what a carnal man is, CARNAL, a carnal, CARNAL. What is a carnal man? And then you'll know what is. So you still haven't said anything yet, brother. I asked you a question. The question is, when was Israel established? This is a current event that's establishing itself now, even more so. It's actually going on. And what's bugging me out is nobody's talking. Everybody like it. Everybody like my people. Who? What? I don't know. Most of them don't even know. Don't even care. We've been threatened. Cali just got threatened. Do I believe everything I hear? No, because I'm a sheep. But I do know, prepare. Because Donnie, he been running around acting real crazy. Donnie been running around acting real crazy, boy. I'm trying to tell you. He went down Venezuela and acted the street nut. Went down there and took some stuff. When we know that it really wasn't, we did the homework on the oil and the natural resources, the oil and the gas, right? So that's substantial, but that wasn't the real situation. It was silver and gold that was the most important thing that people didn't really catch. But because I really study and really read and, yes, this is what we really do. Sheiks really do this, right? Peaceful man, humble man. You just coming to the people doing what we're supposed to do. Some people don't understand it, but I do, because for me, it's a generational thing. It gives me assurance that my grandchildren will be able to look at truth being demonstrated by someone that they know is established and know some things. Okay? Not all knowing, but I know some things. I know some things. I'm still a baby, but I know some things, man. You know, I know some things. So let's talk about the colonial courthouse rewriting identity. Right? The link is Virginia's history and race-based slavery. If you go to that link, okay, you're going to see some information about Grace Sherwood to colonial Virginia. And the question is, was she a witch or wasn't she a witch? We gotta always remember, man. We can't let stuff just keep sliding all the time, man. That's why we keep on getting tried. We always quick to bomb on each other. Otherwise, guys, for hours, all they do is plot on each other. During a time when the entire world is pointing at America right now. This is how Twilight Zone we are. Sad. And everybody think it's a joke. Except for us that understand some things. Alright? So, who was Grace Sherwood really? She was born in 1660 in colonial Virginia. She was a widow farmer and a herbal healer. She was an herbal healer. She was an herbal healer. Crazy. So they did what they did, man. You know, I don't really like going into it for real, but just do the knowledge on it. Her name is Grace Sherwood. Grace Sherwood. Okay. Primary sources, y'all. Pay attention. Okay. Couldn't really show and prove, but I'm still giving jewels. Listen, pay attention. I already know that the people have a short attention span. I already know because of the damn cell phones. We have a very short attention span. So I know I gotta get this information out to you guys quick because, you know, everybody's in a frenzy. Calm down, okay? That's part of the problem. Calm down, man. Goodness gracious. Okay. In early colonial communities, women who practiced herbal medicine worked a midwife. If you was a midwife or had independent personalities, you were often suspected as you know, you're practicing witchcraft. It's not that. It's just, you know, you're like a Dr. Sebi. That's all. Then there's a whole trial on it. The trial method. Trial by water. Because she was a herbalist. A copper tone person from America. 1828. Webster's Dictionary. Type in the word American. It's going to say to you, the copper-colored races found here by the Europeans. This is copper that I have on. Okay, this is crystal, right? Wrapped around it is copper. This necklace is the same way. I make them by hand, okay? It's crystal. Copper's wrapped around it. See the copper wrapped around it? The copper's wrapped around it because the UV rays, the ultraviolet sun rays, coming from the sun, bounce off of crystals and copper and generate our melanin because of what? The 1828 Webster's Dictionary says what? It says the copper-colored races found here by the Europeans. 1828. Copper. Do the knowledge on what copper is. Okay? I'm sorry, y'all. Hazel says, are you Moroccan? No, sister, I'm not Moroccan. I'm Eastern Woodland. Yes, I am Eastern Woodland. I am Powhatan, Piscataway, Nanjamoy, right? Berber, Eastern Woodlander, right? Indigenous Moorish American. Yes. From the Chesapeake. Yeah. Not being we don't deal with ego in more science, right? In cosmology, period. Like us here in America, the reason why okay, pause for a minute. What did we study here in the Eastern Woodlands? Without them, it would be impossible. We study something called cosmology. What is cosmology? Cosmology is basically governing self, paying attention to the wind blowing, paying attention to the weather, paying attention to the water, paying attention to the alignment of what you see when you look up, right? Governing self, nature, like, more science is the same thing, right? So even though these things have been erased from us, right? A lot of stuff is erased from us, rewritten, right? I'm telling you, for me, taking the journey that I've taken for the past 5 decades, more science is the closest for me. In the big band, in the horn section, we're not talking about no super duper names and all this. Half of the people you can't even find burial sites on. And this young man came in and did an outstanding job. Please welcome Mr. Sharif Clayton. Maybe Peters and all these Johns. Where they buried at? I ain't never seen that, man. Where they buried at? He's one of our EE alums from New World School. Let me stop, man. But yeah, very humble, man. But I know some things. This final movement kind of says everything. I'm really a baby for real. Everybody kind of did what they did. I'm growing up. I'm coming up. I'm coming up. I'm gonna say around by where I'm at now, I'm doing pretty good. You know what I'm saying? I'm strong. I'm taking 50-pound dumbbells, and that's what I work out with every day. I'm not Hulk Hogan, no, but in order to be mentally and spiritually on the Sirat al-Mustaqim, on the straight and narrow path, right? In order to be like that, you also have to be like that physically. And you also have to be like family, like that family. You have family as strategy, as platoon, flat out. I'm telling you now. Everybody's been doing this. Us Americans. Y'all know we got duped in this goofy. I don't even think it happened in the 1600s, but they're telling us the 1600s when the invasion supposedly started, right? Well, before then, we was doing this. We was a military family. You know, everybody had a role. Everybody was doing it. Now what's going on, man? It's embarrassing the way that these immigrants are seeing how we running around acting stupid. Busting my head for anything, stupid, acting trifling. You know, come on, man. It's time for us to get back to learn who you are. Once you learn who you are, once you calm down, you learn who you are, get a mentor, start talking to some people that know some things already. And then you go behind them and then you do the work yourself. Because at the end of the day, this is called knowledge of self. Know thyself. It's up to you to know you. So even though a mentor could scoot you along, really for real, it's not my job to take you by your hand and take you all the way to, nah, man, because you're not gonna, it's a different feel, man, when you do it yourself. 35 years of me doing it. When you're going over different census records, like for example, what I'm talking about right now, okay? When I first started doing the work, I noticed that my great-grandmother, I noticed on 3 different census records, I noticed that her race changed on 3 different census records. Mulatto, colored, black. I was like, why did they do that? So, because I've been doing the knowledge and I've been following the water and water is power, blah, blah, blah. Knowledge itself. Once you start tracing the water, you'll understand some of the things that I'm saying. Okay, back to the chat. Where we at? Tan Ops came in. He said, R.I.P. Malcolm X. You know, yeah, definitely, bro. Yeah, hold up. James Jam Jar. Do you think it's bad that I enjoy rejecting women? Do I think it's bad, bro? I'm going to say, all depends on why. If you're rejecting, and I don't know if this question is real or not, but because I'm a Moor, because I'm, you know, I had a real title and, you know, real entitled, like I'm like, it's not a game with me. I am a high priest of Anu. I am a warrior for the Father of the universe. For the Father of the universe. If you think that these witches and these goblins and these ghouls, I remember once upon a time, I've been around for a minute, right? Just for a minute, right? Because I had to learn the YouTube world and you know, people be thinking you stealing from them when you're not stealing from them. And, you might be thinking I'm gonna support the issue that the person is talking about, and then I'm gonna add some more to it, and then help you stand and solidify what you're saying. I learned some people take that as stealing. These are content creators. They take it as stealing. And I was like, what? Stealing? Bro, do you know where I live at? Anybody know where I live at? If I wanted to steal, get into something or whatever, I can walk right out my front door. I come to a situation like this because I was trying to get with some brothers that was more like me, business minded, blah 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 blah. You know, overstand, trust, loyalty, family, know who you are. You know, do right. I don't want nobody around me that's a thief. I don't want nobody around me that's going to try to, you know, entangle themselves with my wife. I don't want nobody around me that's going to, you know, try to molest my child. Or there's so many of these clowns out here, man. So many, dog. I'm a little bit different, bro. I'm wanting to see. I'm gonna tell you, you can tell the real ones. Our numbers are low. That's how you can tell. The real ones. I'm gonna make this quick, y'all. But look, the real ones, our numbers are low. But we talking about the things that need to be heard. And back to you, bro. Now I don't think you really. It all depends on what it is. Do I believe in El Jizzle Bizzle stuff? No, I do not believe in El Jizzle Bizzle stuff. That's a code for, you know, El Jizzle Bizzle. No, I do not believe in it. Why? Because I believe that when the Father of the universe, whatever you want to say, titles is a mess. Yeah, I've been studying for a very, very, very long time. I'm a master teacher, and I'm a sheik, right? The Father of the universe, okay? And Big Mama, you gotta have masculine and feminine, okay? Allah, Father of the universe, right? Also, Allah, arm, leg, arm, head. So, the Father of the universe. Actually, sex was, two things was given to us, you know, as a sexual thing, right? One of them is to let off these endorphins in our brains. The other one is to multiply. And bro, I you know, I've noticed how a lot of grant money has been given to these people, these El Jizzle Bizzle people. I did the grant homework on them. They get all types of money. They get all types of money, man. They get money to be able to go to a bar and not be bothered by heterosexual people for the remainder of the night. They get money for that. They might get $500,000 for it. Pause. Silly stuff. Do the knowledge, y'all. Please thumb up this video. Please share it out. Please subscribe to the channel, man. Because everything. If I say it, I had a 70-year-old probably about 2 or 3 days ago, right? He's solid, right? He called me a scientist. Hearing that from a 70-year-old, to me, it meant a lot. Because I know my positioning. I know the alignment phase now. Everything has to be in alignment. That's a fact. Right. So let me finish though, y'all. But look, you get a chance. Look at the Grace Sherwood, right? That it's called Trial by Water. This was an herbalist. This was a sister that was from America, right? And most of them that they claimed was witches, they weren't witches, man. They were herbalists, people that did things kind of like, you know, deep spiritual people do today. Kind of the same thing. That's really it. But you know, it had to be this situation that wasn't a situation. All right. That's okay. She was born in 1660. If you want to do the knowledge, y'all, she was born in 1660. Right? She was a widow, farmer, right? A midwife, a herbal healer, right? The last details matters, right? The early colonial communities, women who practiced herbal medicine, worked a midwife, right, as a midwife, or had independent personalities, were often suspected as being a witch or suspected as it being witchcraft. Now, the trial method, it was called trial by water. Do the knowledge. Let's carry on. 2, Chesapeake, water, civilization. When I was trying to pull this up, this primary source here, Chesapeake water civilizations. Whitney let me pull up. I went to a couple of links that I knew was deep. This link shut, this page shut down right now, and yeah, you can't see it right now, and yeah, I get a lot of that, man. Wikipedia told me that I was blocked, and I was like, I never put nothing on Wikipedia. What's the problem? It's wild. And then son, are you a boy or a... Why are you worrying about it? Leave the chat. If one of my moms told you out, just leave. Why are you worrying about it? You talking about something important. Shut up. Pause for a minute, son. Wait a minute.
Mom's back.
What she said? Oh, she did?
Yes.
Okay. Pause, yo. I'm a real dad. A real man. So look, number 2, right? Chesapeake water civilizations. I was having a hard time pulling the links up, right? They wouldn't let me get to them, right? Right. But the ancient Chesapeake Bay, right, is one of the oldest trade networks. The ancient Chesapeake Bay, right? The Baltimore Sun ancient Chesapeake site challenges timeline of humans in the Americas. Book, the Chesapeake Bay log canoes and bug eyes. Do the knowledge. I'm giving y'all books and primary sources right now. For those, that don't know a damn thing about North, like where you live, you need to get backhand. Always want to run this Skifa or somewhere. Bro, you better worry about North America, bro, where it's beautiful at, right? Where everybody in the world knows that this the real promised land. Only people don't know is that people that are of it. That's because of all of the erasure and all the faketure and the Order of Red Men and all this goofy shit. The Fraternal Order of Red Men, they created that shit in 1834. For what? For what? For what? For what? To erase and get rid of the real people that's from here. Petty as shit. Half of the shit made up. That supposed Captain what is Captain James. Yeah. They flipped that paperwork, all types of stuff. Even the crown helped. It's so much. Bro, let me tell you. My primary sources, I don't play, yo. You hear me? I don't care what you think. Yeah, I'm a Moor. I don't fucking play, yo. You hear me? My primary sources be serious, bro. You hear me? If you really want to know something, okay, all you gotta do is listen to the primary source. I'm giving them to you, right? I even primary sources because it's been so much trickery, slickery, Van Dickery dot stupid shit, erasure and all this. Rewriting. I tell you what, you read book. Tartary. You read book. Tartary. The greatest civilization ever to be erased from history. Don't get too crazy about it. But something was mentioned in the first chapter where he talked about these Moors in America. Man, they civilized the entire world. Yeah, those Berbers, yeah, them. They civilized the entire world. But shh, don't tell nobody. We don't want them to know. Because right now we doing our thing. And yeah. We know. It's called cosmic memory. You think our ancestors would let us know about the totems and, and what's going on. We know what's going on. All right, so look, number 3, birth certificates. Oh, hold on, wait a minute. So the Baltimore Sun, right? Ancient Chesapeake site challenges timeline of humans in Americas, right? Book. Chesapeake Bay log, canoes, and bug eyes, right? Number 3, birth certificates. Racial classification. Birth certificates. Birth certificates are racial classifications. There's a book, full text. Says stationery and office products, 1920. Right? The link is 1920 government office clerks stamping etc. due to knowledge. Yeah. Let's see who really want to know who they are, what's really going on. Number 4, okay? The identity timeline graphic. Links, historical timeline graphic showing identity changes by all really being the same people. free blacks, Negroes. Why are we still having this discussion? And I got a question. Why nobody answer it yet? When was Israel established? Nobody knows. What's that? Little governor asked me, was I Moroccan? Well, you know, America, that's the real Morocco, but you know what I mean? But you want to keep it real, that's the prophet. The prophet tell us that. We in northwestern Mexico. Yeah, we in northwestern Mexico. A lot of things were renamed, man. A lot of things were renamed, shifted, moved. Their story, our story, his story was rewritten, erased, purposely hidden, so we wouldn't find none of this stuff. But that's why all this stuff is going on right now. That's why all this stuff going on right now. All this stuff going on right now because the Father of the universe has had enough. He's sick of these clowns, these baby lover, baby jerky eating clowns, digging holes underneath of fucking synagogues. You niggas clowns, bro. The Osh Knuzzle, Skizzle, Fizzle, Wizzles. 2 years ago, yeah, they got caught illegally digging a tunnel to traffic what? Due to knowledge. What y'all forgot? Y'all mad. Come on, man. Nah, your boy, Jeffy, Epi, Stizzle, right? He opened that stuff up. And we already know Jeffy, he is Oscar Nuzzle Skizzles. And Wine Stizzle. He is Oscar Nizzle. I mean, he is is Rizzle too. Oscar Nizzle. All of them like to eat children and shit and drink blood and, you know, melt bones and shit and harvest organs and the fuck. This our government acting dumb like this? A lot of times, man, I be chills, man. I don't even bring a lot of this stuff up, man. Because some things are secret, And some things you don't even let your op know that you know. Come on, man. But look, half this stuff, bro, 90% of what I'm talking about right now is public records. I said it's public records. You can go look. If you know where to look, you can find all this, everything I'm saying right now to be that. And then 1452, when they wrote Doomsday Verses, right? Go subdue the Saracens. Who are the Saracens? They homies, right? I mean, not they homies, but these two entities working together with this other, these European powers. All they doing is what they always do. Try to take over some land from somebody. They did it to the Aborigines, did it to them. Swarmed on their land, bro. Swoop. That's what they do, bro. Let's pay attention to what's really going on. Now, it could all be a bluff, too, because, you know, people know us, too. You know, like, come on, man. Don't come here and play no games with us, man. Trizzle, Donnie is the one that's running his mouth. That's causing all these, this stuff. So to make a statement like Americans, like we coming to holler at y'all want to threaten Cali and all that, bro, we ain't got nothing to do with that shit. We beef with them. What? Don't put us in that shit. So, let me go back and finish, y'all. I'm sorry, my bad. So look, it says the identity timeline graphic, right? Simple. It's a simple explanation, man. All right. They changed our names in different time periods, guys. All right, us that know. All I got the slave master name in it. Bro, shut up. That's called Pt2 trust. Where you believe a story that somebody told you and you ain't even do the damn homework your damn self. And you believe this shit, right? Have you done the knowledge and figured out this shit was bullshit or not? Well, I am vis-a-vis, what we call it. Means that, all right, when I know that the real read book, White Cargo. After you put that book down from finish reading that, your mouth gonna be open. First of all, while your mouth's still open, right? Pick up this book too and read this behind it. It's called "They Were White and They Were Slaves." After you read that book, they flipped everything on us, y'all. They flipped everything.
All right.
Everything.
The Jazz Age was a time of
They took
experimentation for young
some of the things, like the important things, like got us believing that the new year started in January. That's dumb as shit. Like we know that the Mayan calendar tells us March, around the 20th. We're not using the Gregorian calendar, the wrong calendar. Like I said, a lot of my work I do is for the generations to come. A lot of work I do is for my seeds, so they'll know what really happened. And regardless, I double record everything in case they try to sabotage something, whatever. But they'll find out that, 40, 50 years ago, all what I'm saying right now is coming to head down. Pause. Yeah, it's coming to head now. Yeah. So simple explanation, right? Identity timeline graphic, simple explanation. The graphic shows how labels used in American law changed over time for the same people. Man, it's the same people, man, the whole time, man. The slick paperwork, law jargon, trash, it's trash. I don't care. You can say what you want to say. You can feel how you want to feel. I can put the paperwork together and present it, and why we ain't getting grants for none of this stuff. And why these eligible businesses feel like they need grants, and the people that has really been going through all this stuff with y'all drugs and y'all guns and y'all really trying to erase us and all this shit, the judicial system and all this. Yeah, all that shit still going on today. Fentanyl, dumb as shit. Can't stand it. Yeah, I know about the opium wars of China that happened twice in the 1800s with the U.S. and Britain. All they did was answer back with the fentanyl. All right, man. Let me finish, yo. All right, so that the identity timeline graphic, right? It goes really from Indian, Negro, colored, black, African American. Now, today, people saying African American. You know, and it's crazy to me. Like I've witnessed this. Like, you know, I've been around for a minute, so filling out different, you know, application stuff like that. I've noticed how, you know, when you're selecting whatever race they're saying, right? I've noticed that the words have changed through maybe 20, 25 years. I've noticed that it's changed. So that is this. All this is true, man. You know, it's wild. Everybody want to hear about what Beyonce and Jay-Z dumbass is doing, but we don't want to talk about what's really going on because y'all know that karma, a motherfucker, bro. And you gotta reap what you sow. Right? So these were government and census classifications, not necessarily the original identities of communities and or these people. Right? Your ancestors might have not changed, but the government labels did. From Indian, whatever, Indian, to Negro, to colored, to mulatto, to free black, freedmen, black. They got freemen and freedmen. They got freemen and freedmen. This, the changing of the names, bro, was how they got us. Because that took away the inheritance. That took away the land patents. Come up the video. Share the video. Subscribe to the channel. If you want to donate to the channel so we can really rock out, $ PTM 720. And I also have an app too where I do lectures for I do Zoom lectures. You know, I'll come out, but you know, obviously I'm not just going to just come anywhere like by myself. So, you know, let's be respectful. And I also do like one-on-one consultations just to you know, right, just to talk to people about uplifting fallen humanity and just, you know, trying to help people figure certain things out because most of us are a little sick, right? Because we're so used to hearing what we call status quo, meaning the same thing that everybody else talks about. As soon as you start talking outside of that box, people deem you crazy. Y'all don't know that for real, respectfully, we be the real magi's and scientists of a lot of things. You got to understand, Moors are navigators. Moors all were. We studied geometry, mathematics. You know, the sciences, and you know, we figured things out. We built aqueducts. We were the ones that brought Europe out of the Dark Ages. Yeah, we built aqueducts for them. Fresh water coming in, dirty water going out, and we said, hey, by the way, this called soap. Use it. Next thing I know, things started cleaning up.
She rose to stardom in silent film and was successfully
And we came on back home. That's the real story.
Her appearance as
See,
a plucky shop girl
people like to talk they trash or whatever, but everybody knows, man.
the It Girl.
Moors, 5 principles: love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. This creates balance and harmony.
Personify the roaring 20s,
right?
and is described as
And we also know that we have 2 selves.
This moon is about the It Girl.
We have a lower self and we have a higher self.
This is a title cut entitled
We, Moors that are upright Moors that do right Moors, we stay on our higher self. And we do understand that the lower self is relentless. We do know this. But it's wild, man. Let me say this real quick. And I'm gonna let y'all go. Look. Because of the mind manipulation coming through all electrical devices, phones, the frequency, 440 or the hertz, right? 440 hertz, which is a destructive frequency, okay? Which most televisions are set at, which most cell phones are set at, which most tablets are set at, right? So people be thinking all kind of wild, goofy stuff, man. All the time, man. What you do is you be concerned about what you got to do for you, right? And take care of yourself, man. Stop all of the, goofiness. It's ridiculous, man. Especially right about now. We don't have time for it. Right? The reason why we study, right, is so that we'll know what happened in the past so we can correct the future so those things don't happen again. Right? So we can create generational wealth. So we can buy land and start, being self-sufficient. Our economy will be in better, structure. See? Let's talk about these types of things, man. Real for real. It's just, enough is enough, man. So let me finish this up, though, y'all. Let me finish this up. Check it out. Your ancestors might not have changed, but the government labels did. From Indios to Negro, to color, to mulatto, to free men, black men, to African American, right? But that was tripping us up. See, every time you do that, you mess us up in law, as far as law is concerned, in the Black's Law Dictionary, right? In the Constitution. You start flipping us up because if you can't tie us to no nation, then what we doing? You can't tie us to no substantial flag. They're gonna be like, who the fuck? Who are you? What are you? Thank y'all. Okay? Think. The labels were written into law, census records, and birth certificates. Okay? And once it's on paper, see, that's why for real. Hold up, right there. Good pause. They say that we kept everything, you know, we didn't do no writing down. You know why? Because we kept everything, it was thoughts. These elders knew certain things. Then they would set it down generation to generation. But today, media has controlled our people so bad through this 440 hertz that in your own home, teenagers are so damn disrespectful. Like, you barely even say 2 words to them. It's ridiculous. We gotta stop it, man. We gotta stop it. We gotta stop the bullshit. If we don't stop it, the future for the youngins is gonna be a bad situation. Hey, man. So I'm thinking, my bad, y'all. So most of this stuff is in the mind, man. Honestly. Most of this stuff is in your mind. This is your cest to trust. This is when your mind makes you think something that's not true. But when you've been beat upside the head so much with it, and then when somebody tell you, no, something else went down, first thing you're going to do is want to fuss and fight. No, bro, how about you do this? How about you listen to my primary sources, do your own homework, and I guarantee you, you're going to be like, P knew what was going on. I respect Parris the Moor, man. For real. So let's say this, right? If it could be put on paper, understand this. That's why we didn't do it. Pause. If it could be put on paper, then history can be rewritten. But you know that didn't stop it. That's exactly what happened. Like I said, read book. Read book. Tartary, the greatest civilization ever to be erased from history. About, I think it's in the chapter 1 or 2. Now, I wouldn't take the whole book out now, but in chapter 1 or 2, they say, man, look, man, the biggest secret in the world, man, is about these Berber Moors that are from America that civilized the entire world. And us that know this. All right? So I'm going to get out of here, man. I love y'all. Stay strong. Everybody that came in, even trolls, I love y'all too, man. Because look, guess what? Something was going on. Because guess what? You still here. You still here. You heard me? Because only a fool would sit around and listen to something that they don't like or don't understand. And if you do that, boy, you don't want me to say what I really want to say, bro. In other words, you a clown. Really. You ain't got nothing better to do with your time but to sit on somebody's channel that you don't like and sit there and listen to it and watch it. That's called a dummy to me. Why aren't you using your time valuable? Why aren't you? And usually I don't address trolls, right? But I'm different, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm different. Like, I don't have to be tough on the internet and all that, right? But why don't you think about using your time for valuable things, like spending time with your family, or getting to learn who you are, or learning how to do something new, or but to come on someone's channel and just say something stupid and just stay there for 81 minutes. Evidently, something pulled you in. You know what it's called? Truth. And you know it's true. You know it's true. Right. So it's Parris the Moor, man. I love y'all. Stay strong. MashaAllah. I'll see y'all on the next one. This was part 2 of how they reclassified us. And when they reclassified us, and like I said, don't forget, we also got the ORM. We got dead bull trash. I'm trying to be peaceful. Dead bull trash involved in it too. I found out about a new situation. I'm not 100% sure yet, but if you do know anything about it, comment below. Right? They're called the Gadianton robbers. From what I saw, read, and stuff. If you know anything about it, share it with me. Please thumb up the video. Right? Please share the video. Please subscribe to the channel. And if you want to support the channel so we can really get into some deep diving, Cash App, $PTM720. Peace, love y'all. Stay strong. Family as strategy, as platoon. It's very important, y'all. Peace.